Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Mariola.
Here.
Mrs. Matthews.
Here.
Mrs. Powers.
Here.
Mr. Spangler.
Here.
Mrs. Wright. Here.
Stand for the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we will begin with the superintendent's report.
Thanks, Mr. Matthews. Just wanted to let everybody know that the board and administrative team will be having our annual retreat this Wednesday, August 17th. And as always, we'll be reviewing the final year of the 5-year strategic plan, all the accomplishments we've had this past year. And also, we will be reviewing our new 5-year strategic plan that was put together with a lot of input from members of our teaching staff, classified staff, administrators, PTA, membership, of course the board, and 3 student groups, one at high school, one at the middle school, and one at Lakeview. Took their input based on things they think we do well, things we can do better, anything else they wanted us to know. So we have our next 5-year strategic plan. Wednesday, the administrative team will be meeting to talk about who will be responsible for each of the action steps. So we're excited to, again, not only review the last year of last strategic plan, but also look at the next 5-year plan as well. And we also are excited through the work of our district leadership team, which was created this year. And there are representatives from each of our buildings, including administrators and certified staff. And we will be adding 2 classified members to the team this year. We have, throughout the year, worked and created a new mission statement for our district, as well as a new vision statement. And we're very excited about those. Our mission statement, which will be really championing on our open meeting day with all of our employees, is our purpose, our daily existence, what we do on a daily basis, and that is to provide a 21st century education, empowering each learner to be a self-motivated, successful citizen in a global society. So that is our mission. And our vision statement, which we see as something that we hope that will inspire people to do great things, also created by our district leadership team, is providing inspiration to make a difference in the world. And so we hope that providing inspiration to make a difference in the world will impact everyone, from our teachers trying to help kids make a difference in the world, to us inspiring our teachers and our certified employees to make a difference in the lives of somebody, or the administrative team and board members to be inspired to inspire others to really make a difference. So we're excited about that, and we'll be working to kind of make that part of our culture as we move forward. So we're excited about that retreat on the 17th to have those conversations.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. And I have been involved in that the last 3 years, and it really is exciting. And with the district mission statement and whatever, and I know how long and hard you guys were doing that, and how many corrections and changes and whatever, and I thank you. Okay, it's time now for the community discussion. And you're welcome to come if you have any questions or statements.
I am sorry to see that ID is not on.
We need your name.
Thank you. I had hoped for a public discussion this evening. Respectfully again, please do not make the community wait for an engagement. If you support ID, communication on the board's part will contain the rest of this information. Research into the grants and funding of ID are not about misappropriation. The ODE and state auditor have already clarified the limits on the Title I incentive. Instead, the concern is how the district will pay for ID expenses that those grants can't cover. We already know that the application fees and some staff training fall outside the state general law. I am sure you all know the total estimated cost to bring ID to Indiana National. What budget lines will be debt? Does the district have the money to sustain the program? If not, how during dinner and after that. Finally, I ask every board member to put ID to a vote. Officially implement the program or end it immediately. You are the voice of the people. The buck literally stops with you. ID cannot hold you to a contract. John DeFoss only signed an application. If you are willing to sign your names to the project, it should be here. Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs. Mester. Okay, anybody else for community discussion?
Hello, is that on? No.
Can't hear.
Okay, I'm Janice Patterson. There you go. And this might seem kind of mundane, but it all adds up to me to how friendly our district is to the citizens, you know, like user-friendly. And the doors weren't locked, so that helped a lot. The availability of agendas with exhibits is still a problem. And I would like to see this board be, like I say, as user-friendly as possible. So when you run out of, you know, copies, I mean, people really can't understand what's happening because they don't have exhibits. And third, I attended a special meeting at the board office. I understand it was a special meeting, which I have attended lots of those. I was troubled and pretty perplexed to see that there was no discussion on the proposal for the resolution of the levy. I just didn't understand that. And also, there was no place on the agenda for community citizen questions. So I don't know if it is board policy to put that on every public meeting. If it is, I would like to see that.
Thank you, Janice. It's a special meeting. Okay, anybody else? Taking notes on this?
Jerry Bedio. I'm here because I've seen a letter about management addressed to the treasurer, and I'm sure the board is familiar with it. And in regards to their audit, dated January of 2011. This is in regards to their audit concluding June 30th of 2010. The issues on it are for non-compliance, and it disturbs me that they have records that things are not being done correctly from the treasurer's office in regards to the ARA funds and the use of Title I. My other question is that I have statements in regards to Riverview getting IB training and charged against Title I IB funds. My question is to this board and especially to the treasurer. When did Riverview go for training? Why did they charge this to Title I funds? And where did they go to travel? The total of this expenditure was almost $5,000. And I have the record here from the treasurer's office that it was gone to the fund of 572, which is Title I money. Why are you, from this record, still using Title I funds for a school who does not have IB and who does not qualify for IB funds in this IB training? Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bedio. Okay, we thank you for the community discussion. Oh, we do have one? Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Bedio, I did not see your hand.
What I also wanted to talk about is I received a letter from one of your workers here about Mr. Kyle Feldman, who had a whole agenda, which should be, if you want to see it on my website. Yes, I'm aware of it. And I will be putting that on the show. How you
Okay,
people
Mr.
run
Bedio, I
against
just want to stop
this.
you right
Yes.
now. We cannot say names of employees at this meeting. That's one of of our rules. I'm sorry too.
Anyways, I think it's pretty bad when you're going against the taxpayers and getting teachers and kids again to do your work, walking around.
Okay. Okay, well, we can't go further because that would be referring to one of our personnel. But if you want questions about it, you can call us at central office and get clarification on that. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Mr. Bedia. We could go on now with the superintendent's recommendations, Dr. Jones.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mrs. Matthews. I do appreciate that. We are very excited to welcome the new assistant principal here at Stow Munroe Falls High School. Mr. Chris DeMauro is currently an English teacher here at the high school and has been a member of our district leadership team that I referenced earlier. Not only has he been teaching English, but he's also been involved in the English portion of the 6th District Aviation Program, which we all are very proud of. Chris went through an interview process and also put on a mock demonstration for us, talking about customer service to employees, and did a wonderful job. We're really excited to have him as our new assistant principal. And he is here today, so I'd like to introduce him. We very much look forward to your leadership and interaction with our students and staff, and welcome aboard. So the two recommendations I'd like to take together, one is his resignation as a teacher, and the other one is to hire him as our assistant principal.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Moved by Mrs. Matthews, second by Mrs. Powers. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Matthews.
Aye.
Mrs. Powers.
Aye.
Mr. Spangler.
Aye.
Mrs. Wright. Aye. Mr. Mariota.
Aye. Congratulations, Mr. DeMauro. Item C is the resolution for the November ballot, and this is the second resolution for that matter. So I do wish to recommend the Board of Education approve a resolution recommending to submit to the electors of the Stow Munroe Falls City School District requesting an additional tax levy pursuant to sections 5705.194 to 5705.197 of the revised code as presented in exhibit number 2.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Spangler.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Ray. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Powers.
Aye.
Mr. Spangler.
Aye.
Mrs. Wright. Aye. Mr. Mariola.
Aye.
Mrs. Matthews.
Aye. Okay. I'm not sure, Dr. Jones, if we have anything for the work session. I didn't
Just
see
of the
a few things.
agenda
Okay.
items. As we approach the end of the beginning of the school year, we may have a couple of deployment recommendations. Our, as of today, our members in first grade at Riverview and I would say Indian Trail, maybe wrong, but they are pretty high right now. So we're monitoring that and looking at how we might be able to, equalize those class sizes. We have a couple of 29 right now, so we're taking the steps to try to have some kids in other buildings if that makes sense for those children and families.
How's the kindergarten?
Kindergarten looks nothing out of whack right now. So, but also what we're faced with this year, or every year, is at this time we have new residents coming in. Sometimes folks have been here and just haven't registered their children yet, or moving in late. So we really try to monitor those class sizes at this time of year so that we can have some predictability and not get the board with a lot of surprises as we begin the school year. Obviously, these special ed numbers tend to fluctuate, so we're monitoring that, see if there may be a need as well. So there will probably be a couple of employment recommendations for our next week. We also will have a contract for health services with Akron Children's Hospital and LEAP, which we have had in the past. And I also, with the primary election in our community, September 13th, Board of Elections, don't want to use our buildings. So I'll probably have a recommendation for that. those are the ones we know of as of today.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Okay. Do we have any comments from the audience about the upcoming regular meeting at this stage of the game? Okay, here comes Dawn.
Do I have to come all the way down there?
Come on, Dawn. Not unless you have a loud voice like Janice.
Obviously, I have a big voice.
Okay.
Dr. Jones, you piqued my interest there saying about the large class sizes at the elementary. It seems to me that, and this always is the case, always, but we have in the high school much lower numbers in classes than we do at elementary. I don't seem to be able to grasp why that is. And I'm sure that class lists would bear that, what I'm saying.
Well, I'm not sure that's entirely accurate across the board in the high school. When you look at the core courses in particular, which we have some predictability, because, for example, we know all kids in 11th grade are going to take a social studies class. You know, all kids are going to take a science class, an English class as well. So we have some real predictability. We have 450 kids. You know, our divisor is 25. So if you do the math, that's I believe 18 classes of, let's say, 11th grade English. Where we have less predictability is in the electives, you know, physics, you know, Spanish 4, for example, how many kids are going to go from 3 to 4, and we're already committed to those kids. They've been in the language for 3 years. We certainly went on with that fourth year language. The other thing that we've done the last couple of years in particular is to try to really pay attention to the primary class sizes, and that's why I brought that up, because that's the one that looks a little out of whack right now are 2 buildings in first grade. The others are all in real good shape, below 25.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and that's what we've been really trying to monitor that early on, sticking to our open enrollment deadlines, making sure we don't go over those. So we have, again, we're trying to look for predictability.
Because I think that, you know, okay, you just mentioned fourth year, you know, language. That can be consolidated, third and fourth. I mean, that's, you know.
And that's precisely what we're doing in Japanese.
And
Japanese, we have a 3-4 combination.
And I think too that with the, you know, you have advanced classes, you know those are small numbers. You have honors courses, those are small numbers. I don't know if you can consolidate, I don't know why we have to have everything, you know, but it just, kids go to the universities, they have 100 in their class, or in their, you know, so let's get them used to it. By having 30, because I think the contract does say 30. You know, but I still, I mean, with our elementary, we have to have those classes.
That's what emerging readers are. Again, I think if you go walk into, you know, a significant number of classes in high school, you're going to see numbers pushing upper 20s and 30s. To 30, we really try to keep it below 30 if at all possible.
Oh, I know.
But you're getting over 20.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Don. Is this something different, Mrs. Custer?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just curious to know as to why some issues get answered by the board and some do not. I've been coming for months trying to get you people to talk about ID, and I can't get a response out of you guys. You know, whether or not you've even voted on it, whether or not you are for it. But yes, you respond to others, and I'm just curious as to why ID can't be a discussion. Why it is never on the agenda? And do you plan on putting it on the agenda for the next meeting?
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I see that's the thing.
It's not that there's no answer. We've had this conversation over and over.
At a board meeting?
And at board meetings, yeah, it's not on the agenda tonight, but I can really say to you that we are in discussion about it. You know, we will have something to say, but at this stage of the game, not tonight. Okay, not tonight.
I'd like to reiterate on that. I was to a board meeting at Indian Trail
Yeah, we're
some
supposed
months
to be
ago.
talking about upcoming board
Upcoming-
agendas, not
well,
past
on the
history.
subject, I would like to know why you don't answer public records requests, whether they be verbal or written. You have still not since, I believe, March.
I can't
answered
tell you,
mine.
Mrs. Bedio, how many public requests have been answered for you.
The one about the
I would have to
lawyers-
talk to Joanne, our
The one about the
treasurer.
lawyer's fee, because Adam Miller was in the audience and you didn't want to
Yeah.
embarrass him.
Okay, well, this is for regarding the board's upcoming regular meeting. And if there's anything about what Dr. Jones just discussed, we'd be more than glad to talk about it. But if it's anything from the past that, whether it be ID or records request, we'll get back to you on it. Okay. Any other comments about the board's upcoming regular meeting? Any comments about that?
I have a question. Are you
Sure.
going to be discussing IB at the next meeting?
That's not.
Are you going to put it on the agenda for next meeting?
I cannot answer that. Dr. Jones just discussed what was coming up at the
Can he
upcoming.
discuss it right now and say he's going to put it on the meeting? Oh, he's playing on his phone, okay.
He's playing on his. Okay. Okay, any old business? No. New business? Okay. Do we? And do you know what? I can't tell you the number of times that we have been over this and how many hours I have put in it for my own life. So no, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. Trust me, I'm not laughing about IB. Okay, do we have a possible executive session? Okay, contracts negotiations. Do we need a motion for this? Okay. Okay, moved by Mrs. Wright, second by, was that you, Mr. Spangler? Okay, thank you. Okay, roll call.
Mr. Spangler?
Aye.
Mrs. Wright? Mr. Mariola?
Aye.
Mrs. Matthews?
Aye.
Mrs. Powell? There will not be any items voted on after the executive session except for adjournment.
I'm sorry.
Was there a reason for the executive session?
Yes, Kathy mentioned, oh, I'm sorry, with our speakers, the contract, the negotiations.
Oh,
Okay? And actually, Dr. Jones right now is trying to get our room open, that's why he was on his phone. Yeah. Actually, we'd like to listen to you, I mean, we're